pleasure to have you both here. I hope that I can get through this interview okay. You've already been giving me a hard time, so thoughts and prayers that we get through this.
That's fine.
Big weekend coming up for you guys, Double or Nothing. You guys, some of the OGs here in AEW at the very first Double or Nothing. I mean, talk to me about how much has changed from that first Double or Nothing, really setting the wheels in motion for all elite wrestling to where we're at now.
I mean, 2019, it feels like just yesterday, but also like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
And so much has changed. New faces have come, faces have gone. But man, to go back to that first Double or Nothing, I mean, your match was absolutely insane. I was on the buy-in, and I just remember being at the time thinking like, I got to do something so crazy to even just try to stand out on this, which is why I brought the big panda head out. And it's so kind of crazy and ironic that you and I are now teaming on, what is this, the 7th Double or Nothing?
6, 7? 6.
2019, 20, 21,
Sixth.
22, 23,
Sammy,
24,
6th.
25.
It's the 6th.
I believe that is 7.
No, it's the 6th. 6 years later.
No,
Six.
but how many Double or Nothings is it?
6.
It's the 6th.
2019, 2020.
21, 22, 23, 24.
It's the only thing about
Oh, looks like I was
Cut
right.
on that. You guys got to
Nope,
cut that
keep
part
it
out.
in. Keep
Cut
it in.
out.
I know you said this got to be up tomorrow. Keep it in. It's less editing.
Do you see how childish this partner is?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's just like,
Keeping
stop.
me young. He's keeping me young.
Exactly.
It
We're
is,
the yin
but
and yang.
Him and his vlog. I mean,
Yeah, which everybody can go watch on Sammy Guevara on YouTube. But that's not what this is about.
Yeah, I
This is
know.
about Sunday for the tag team titles,
Yes.
and I think it's really awesome that I'm teaming with you on this. I mean, you and I have been opponents before. You know, you've kind of dropped me on my head. You put me through some tables a couple times. Maybe I kicked you in your groin a couple times. It doesn't matter because now we're a team.
We're on the same page now.
Yes, exactly.
Dustin, what about you? Talk to me about that.
Who would have thunk that Sammy would come to my rescue last year and join me as a team? It's like, it shocked me, and I was like very leery of it because of our past. We've had a few matches together, you know, we've been to war together, but he's pretty honest, and he's been very good to me and trustworthy, and I appreciate that very much. We are the perfect storm of agility, speed, wisdom, old, youth. I mean, it just works. The first Double or Nothing is the most special match I've ever had in my life, in 37 years. Incredible match. I still think about it daily, and you know, here we are 6 years later. This is a special night for me. Double or Nothing is where we started. We are the day one OGs. There's not too many of us out there.
Yeah.
Right? And we've been through the thick, through the thin, through the pandemic. We survived everything, and here we are. And AEW is just kicking literal ass. Very excited about Double or Nothing with the Hurt Syndicate. I know they like to hurt people. Well, have at it. Because there's nothing that you can do to me that a bigger and better monster has already done. You talk about giving pain. Bring it. I love pain. I love it. So don't think this is an easy cakewalk, is what I'm saying to Hurt Syndicate.
Are you guys at all concerned about this new addition to the Hurt Syndicate in MJF? Sammy. I mean, you guys obviously...
I don't think Max really understands what he's signing up for. Max is a problem child. He doesn't work like us. We're out there, grit, bleeding, sweating, you know, a lot of tears, a lot of pain, but we're nonstop. Max isn't. I don't respect Max, but I also don't respect the Hurt Syndicate. So, you know, we're going to see what's going to happen. But Max, I think you're making a bad mistake.
Sammy, do you respect Max?
Oh my God, get out of here with this question. I thought I was done with this guy years ago.
Right.
When we were facing for the world title. Yeah, I didn't win the match, but at least I got to get out of dealing with him. And now here we are again. Man, me and him have gone to battles for years. He's also an OG. I hate him.
You were the pillars.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yep.
pillars of AEW, but man, I absolutely despise this guy. And I despise him not only with who he is out there, I despise him with who he is back here. You know?
He's a terrible person. And another thing I'll say about Max, you will never, ever beat me again. Ever. I swear on my life, on my daughter's life. It's not going to happen. So be ready for when that day comes.
So that being said, you guys already have the Ring of Honor Tag Championships, now going for the AEW Tag Championships at Double or Nothing. We have All In Texas just around the corner.
Yeah.
Sons of Texas here. I mean, what would that moment mean for you guys? I mean, the biggest show that we're looking to put on in the United States for you guys to be able to walk in either as those champions or defending one of those championships.
This is our backyard, Texas, right? The Sons of Texas, the Von Erichs, Sammy Guevara, me, the Spanish God. It would mean a lot. That would make me Dustin 3 belts.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. I know Sammy wants another belt to add to his collection. We definitely want more gold. We're not going to stop till we get it.
And those tag titles, for instance, I mean, those are tag titles that I've been chasing since 2019. You know, that's when I first got my first title shot for them. And, you know, I feel like maybe this is the 3rd or 4th time that I've gone after them. And, but the first time with Dustin Rhodes, and we're an undefeated tag team.
Yep.
And if we could go into All In with those titles in our backyard, like he's saying,
you're on top of the world.
100%. It would mean a lot, just not only because of the place where it's at, but because of the people I would be with.
Sammy, you were talking about the very first Double or Nothing, coming out with the Panda head, looking to do something big and make a splash and make sure people don't forget you being out there. You want to have those memorable matches. Do you still feel that pressure? Like, what else can I do? We've seen you do some insane things here in AEW. Are you always looking to kind of up the ante? I mean, you're a father now. You got other things to be thinking about. Where does that all kind of fall?
Stop. You know, this is a wrestling industry. We go balls to the wall.
It is, but I mean,
no,
you know, it does change things a little bit.
It's to both of y'all's point. I did an interview right after we had our first baby, and I said I was going to cool it on being so crazy. And then every match that followed was me jumping off a ladder or going through a table. No, it definitely goes through my mind. My beautiful daughter, Luna, hello, I love you. When you're out there, I just feel like you only get so many opportunities to go and compete, whether it's on Dynamite, Collision, Ring of Honor, pay-per-view, like we're going to be on Sunday. And it's like, I don't take any of this for granted. I know that the hourglass, the sands that trickle down, they're never going back up. You know, and
yeah, they will. All you got to do is flip it.
I wish it worked that way. I really do. But I understand that this life that we live is you only get to live it once. And so the fact that I get the opportunity to do this, something that I've always wanted to do since I was a child, and I get the opportunity to do it. Every time I go out there, I'm going to give you something good to watch. I call myself, I used to call myself on the indies, Mr. Money's Worth, because no matter what, you buy a ticket, you pay your money. When Sammy Guevara's on the card, you get your money's worth.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I plan to do at Double or Nothing. Give people their money's worth.
Why does this work so well between the two of you? I mean, you know, Sammy, obviously you've been around for a while, kind of cutting your teeth, figuring out exactly who you are as a professional wrestler, and that's going to continue to change and adapt. But Dustin, you've been doing this for such a long time, been going at such an incredible pace for such a long time. How does this balance work between you guys?
Me personally, I think it is very opposite. And I think sometimes the opposites work. I think they mix together well. I think the chemistry with me and Sammy are off the charts. A little bit of the old guy, the old school wrestler in me.
Little bit.
Just a little bit. With a new school attitude here on the last ride of my life, still going. I'm impressed with myself.
Yeah.
But I'm also impressed with Sammy because he's coachable, he listens, he's growing as a young man, and sometimes he might want to do something. I'm like, why? Don't do this next time or save it for this. And he understands that. And Sammy's going to be Sammy. He's very impressive in the ring. He's a high flyer and he's tough as nails. And I think we just go together, even though it doesn't seem like we go together.
Anything else from you, Sammy?
working
with one of the best.
100%. I mean, I love Dustin. Exactly. I think he's a lot of people's personal
Nene's my favorite too, and always has been.
But for real, it's like not only the wrestler that he is, but the person that he is, you know? He'll tell you. I text him all the time.
He loves that.
Oh, yeah. He has me on ignore, do not disturb, whatever it is. I text him all the time because I genuinely like him.
Yeah.
You know? I respect everything he's done for the business, but I respect the person that he is, too.
I joke around a lot with Sammy, and most of the times it's just in fun. I'm never really serious with him. He has the ability to bring somebody that's older in the business down to his level, to act like a 5-year-old. And I like that because that does keep you young, and that does keep you fresh and focused and ready. And I think it's entertaining, you know. In life, I think it's important that we stay young at heart, because I think that gets us to an older age if we can just live young every single day. And he is a big part of this tag team in that sense. He keeps me young, and I love him to death. And, you know, he's been very true. I trust him with my life. I think we can do anything that we put our minds together. And he does text me all the time about, when can we go for the World Tag Team Champions? When can we? Well, here's a perfect spot.
Exactly.
Here's a perfect chance.
Yeah.
We won something. Now we're in this spot to face, you know, the Hurt Syndicate. And, you know, anything can happen on any given night. I know they're big, they're bad, they're tough, but so are we. We've been through hell. We both have been through hell in our own ways. And I think it's important to know that each time we get up and swing for the fences, we're still here. We're still very focused on our future here in AEW as we rise and take over the competition. I think it's a perfect storm, you know, the Spanish God and the natural together.
Dustin, just to put a little focus on you for a second. I mean, you said something earlier about AEW kicking ass and about what we're doing here and being one of the OGs here with AEW, but you have had an incredible career, 37 years, you just said.
Do you really mean that? Thank you, babe. I love you to death.
Why you have such an incredible loyalty here to AEW.
I do.
Talk to me about why this has been such a good fit on what you're saying is the last ride of your career.
I can tell you exactly. It was 2017, 18. I had lost my passion for this business. And the phone rang, and I had been, recently I'd asked for my release from the other company. And the phone rang, and with this opportunity, the startup company, AEW, to have the match that I've always wanted to have with my brother. We did, and we nailed it, and my passion immediately came back. Just the atmosphere in the back, with the camaraderie with the boys, the girls, with the boss, with Tony Khan, with just everything. He makes you feel special. He makes you feel like you are on top of the world, and he means it. That's the funny thing about it. I've never experienced that in my career, ever. No place that I've been. The funnest time in the business I've had was at the very beginning, making $20 a night in Florida, but working every single night, just learning and passionate and wanting it all, wanting more. And my tenure here, those are the two. And I love how everything has grown in the business through the eras and the decades, and where you got to switch it up. And that's very important, to stay on top of your game, to always change, to always evolve into something else. Because if you're stuck in this little circle, you're only mediocre until you step out of it. When you step out of it and you do something that's frightening or scary, that's where the magic happens. And it's very important that I keep evolving and watching Sammy evolve and continue on. I mean, what's he gonna do in 20 years from now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the next evolution of Sammy Guevara? I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Although I won't be here.
You'll be here. You'll probably still be my partner.
No.
You'll
Being
still
catering.
I
giving
love you,
everyone shit.
but, you know, at the end of this, whenever the end is, it is kind of near, but not too close. And I'm just trying to come to grips with that. Because that's hard. Because
Of
do we
course.
ever really retire in this business?
of
We love it
course.
so much. As long as I still have the passion, I'm going to continue to do it.
You talk about that dream match that you wanted to have
Yeah.
with your brother. That was a bucket list moment that you were able to check off, and it was such an incredible match. But as you watch, you're trying to figure out what your exit is when you are going to retire. What do you want your last match to be?
That I've thought of in depth. And there's a list of 3 guys. I'd rather not say them right now.
Okay.
I want to keep that close to my chest. But I do have a plan. It's not soon, guys. I know I've said I have 1 more year sometimes over the past, and it always changes. And then the next year I'll say, oh, I got a couple more years. And then the next 2 years come, and maybe next year. Seriously, it's not very close, but it is.
Okay.
I would say a couple years.
Okay.
2.5, maybe.
Okay.
And I do have a plan of who I want to work, who I want to face, and I think Tony's going to be okay with that. I think he's going to give me the opportunity to go out like Sting did.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that is the most respect that I could ever feel. Feel the most love, the most passion from this company. And I feel it every single day. And, you know, with all the tribalism out there about the other place and us and what's good, what's bad, whatever, they have no idea how hard we work.
Yeah.
And what goes on back. I mean, we're a startup company. This is our 6th year. We are growing every single year, doing amazing, making huge amounts of money, working all over the world. It is a place I want to be and finish my career.
Hell yeah. Before I let you guys go, Dustin, you just celebrated 17 years
Yes.
of sobriety. I mean, for somebody that you look so great, you move so great.
I don't know about that.
You do.
you definitely do.
You do,
This is
dude.
us every week.
Have
Every
you ever
do.
polished a turd? You can't. It's just, you just can't do it.
What did that milestone mean to you?
It was big. Not as big as the first year, but I think every year I've been putting that out on social media, and this one felt really good. And I look back at it and I'm like, man, 17 already. Jesus, time has flown like that. And I'm just so much better in my life for that, because I was in a very, very dark, deep hole. And I got out. I survived.
Yeah.
And I've said this in promos time and time again. I've been to hell, and I've looked the devil in his face, and I've kicked his teeth in and crawled myself out of there, and I survived.
Sammy, any final thoughts before you guys head into Double or Nothing to face the Hurt Syndicate for those AEW tag titles?
I mean, I just love everything that he just said, you know? And I think it's just an honor that we get to go in there on Sunday together, go to war, for better or worse, you know? Whatever happens, we're going to give it our all like we always do.
Win, lose, or draw, right? But on any given Sunday night, anything can happen.
That's right. That's right. Well, guys, thank you so much. Best of luck at Double or Nothing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nene is my favorite, by the
That's
way,
right.
guys.
Keep that
Just
in.
so you know.
Make sure you keep that in.
Sammy's second, maybe third. I don't know.